Hi everyone, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We are going to make a fun tab style mini journal today. I am a guest designer for Pink Monarch Prints. My name is Pam and I'm with Silver and Sparkles. If you like the project, I hope you will come visit me on my channel and I'd appreciate it. So let's get started. Today I am using papers from the November 2024 subscription kit, and they are some lovely neutrals that allow you to decorate and enjoy any way you like. So I have added, because I'm in the holiday spirit, some wonderful gold glitter, some of this fun eyelash trim, and have just made all kinds of fun tags and pages for this little journal. I love the 4x4" size. I think it's super fun and I hope you guys do too. So I'm going to show you how to make one, and then we'll do a few of the, I'll show you how I did some of the embellishments, but we probably won't have time to decorate the entire journal. But it'll definitely be enough so that you can recreate something similar if you're interested. So if you don't have I love that one. If you don't have the November kit, you can use any papers you want. You could use Christmas papers, you can use non-holiday, just whatever you're interested in, you can make this with. So to start with, on a tab style binding journal, this one has 6 pages. It could have 8, it could have 12, it could have 14. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm saying even numbers. You do need an even number of pages. So I made mine 6 pages, and then each page is a side load pocket. So what you're going to need to start with are 6 pieces of paper that you have cut to 8 inches by 4 inches. All right. And I'm going to show you how we make the pages. So once you have them trimmed to size, and I'm using different patterns from the kit for each of my pages, just because it's fun that way. All right, so you're gonna take your 8x4 piece and you're gonna fold it in half to make your 4x4" page. And then we are gonna glue this together. So I want all of my pages to be side load pockets. You could also make some top load if you want, that's up to you. But today I'm gonna make all of mine a side load pocket. So what that means is I'm going to add glue just to the top and the bottom, like this, and not add glue to the side where I want it to stay open. I'm gonna give the glue time to grab. And I already see I missed some glue there. I wanted to film this video for the last couple of days, and with the time change here in Virginia, it has gotten too dark on me, and so I'm doing this now in the morning. I got myself organized with some of my other things I'm doing and am filming in the morning, so I hope you guys can see. All right, so this is the next page I'm doing. Again, I just folded it in half, and we're just gonna add glue to the bottom and to the top. A lot of these pages don't have any direction to them, which makes it super easy to craft with. You don't have to worry about that. But if they do, you kind of want to pay attention to that when you trim the papers. Like these, it wouldn't matter, I think, if they were turned different ways, but there are, well, some words go this way and some words go this way. So I like it like this with some of the darker print in the right direction. Okay, so you're going to do this, if you're going to make one the same size I am, 6 times. So 6 pages. I've already prepared 4 of them. So you don't have to watch me just fold and glue paper. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. And because these are square, and I've made tab style journals before, but this is the first tutorial I've done where it's a square and not a rectangle. It's really important, if you want to be able to use these side load pockets, that you don't, that you have them all turned the correct way. So I'm just double checking that my openings are all to the right, because the binding is going to be on the left. Again, since these are squares, I guess if you really wanted to, we could turn one and have the opening at the top. But again, I'm going to leave mine to the side. I don't want to confuse you guys. The next thing we're going to do is pick which page do we want to be the front cover. And I used this, the other side of this page for the front cover of my demo. So I think I'll put it maybe the back. And I'm just going to get the pages in the order that I want them in. I think I'm going to have this be the cover. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, the plaid, and then this one's 6. So that I know I have them turned the right way and I have them in the order that I want. Now, for your tabs, if you do 6 pages, you're going to need 13 little pieces of paper, and I have a whole lot more because I was making several of these, but you need 13 little tabs that measure 1/4 of an inch wide, which is tiny, and 1 inch long or tall. And you could use, I've often used like a really heavy duty, it's a Tim Holtz brand linen tape to make the tabs. And again, depending on the size of your journal will impact the size of the tab you use. But for a 4x4, we are using the tabs that are 1/4 of an inch by 1 inch. And I am just getting 13 out. I enjoyed, some pages have 3 tabs and some pages have 2 tabs. And I enjoyed having ones that matched on the same page. Most of these are already inked, and I just noticed a couple are not. So I'm just going to lay mine out really quick. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. And because I want them to match, I may just get a few out, a few extra out just in case. So I have plenty to choose from, if that makes sense. So I used some of the offcuts from when I trimmed my papers to make all the little tabs. I printed these out full size, so 8.5 by 11 paper, and had it print borderless so that I had, from one sheet, I could get 2 pieces that were 8 inches by 4 inches and then have some strips left over for my tabs. And it worked out great. And I even still have some more strips that we'll use for other things from printing that way. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that's right. If we need to, I'll grab some out of my pile over here. So once you have your tabs prepped, we're going to get started. So take your cover. So this is the cover of my journal, and it opens to the right. And I'm going to want to add the tabs to actually it's the folded edge. For this first one, what we are going to do is we are going to turn it over. So we're now on the inside front cover is where we're working. And we are going to add, I apologize, I said that wrong. We are going to work on the front cover. Flip it back over, opening to the right. Sorry, don't mean to confuse you. I'm going to use my grid. And I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I'm going to use the grid to help me get my tabs very evenly spaced. The more careful you are, I think the better it looks. And mine are not perfect. You'll see there's a little bit of variance on there, or it might even just be the pattern of the paper, but they're very close, and it does help to get them neat. So I'm going to pick which tabs I'm going to use, and I'm just going to pick this pile of 3 because we're going to start with 3 tabs on the cover. Now, before I add glue, I'm going to show you, I'm going to come down 1/4 of an inch and I'm going to place this 1 inch by 1/4 of an inch tab just without any glue on there, so you're going to see where they're going to be. And then this one we want to be centered. And so I believe that means I'm leaving 1 inch and 1 inch, and this one's going to sit right in that 1/2 inch. And I've been saying 1/4 of an inch. You guys are going to have to really forgive me. These are 1/2 by 1 inch. We are coming down 1/4 of an inch, and we are using the 1/2 inch mark, so 2 of these little squares, to let us know where the edge of our tabs need to be. This is going to make more sense as I start gluing. So now I'm going to add glue to the tab. I do not go halfway. I do about maybe 1/4 of the tab, maybe 1/3. And I'm going to glue it right onto the cover, just like that. So this is a little fiddly, but it is not hard. I have, again, done tutorials showing this kind of binding, not this size, on my channel. And again, it's not hard. It's just a little fiddly. So you just want to be careful with your glue. You want to be careful with lining everything up, because the more precise you are, the better the end product's going to be. So now we have 3 tabs. This is when we flip the page over. So now we are going to flip our page over, and hopefully I'm in frame. I'll move all of this up and we'll come up just a little to be safe. And now we're going to do page 2. So page 2, the tabs for this page need to fit in between the gap we left. And again, to make that make sense, let me just grab 2 tabs. And these are going to sit right in between, like this. Or at least there's not ink on here. They look better with a little bit of ink. Okay. So these are going to fit right in there. And again, I'm just using my grid to help me. So this one, I've come up 1 inch. I've come down 1 inch, if that helps you guys. And same thing, we're going to add glue to just part of the tab. And the reason I'm careful not to get it too close to the edge is I don't want any glue to accidentally smush over, because it causes issues on the next page, because I'm about to show you how we're going to attach the pages, and you don't want any extra glue along here. Okay, so we've now added the 2 tabs. So now this is when you flip your page over, and you're going to lay it right on top of your cover. Now, the 3 tabs that are on the cover are going to get folded over like this. Leave those 2 that we just did. And these are just going to get glued to this page. And this is how we're going to start holding our journal together. So I folded them to make sure they're folding the way I want to. And again, I'm going to be careful to only put glue maybe just, you know, close to that edge. It will hold. It will be fine. It's better to be neat and not have the glue over smoosh. All right, so I'm going to pick it up just to show you. You don't need to pick yours up if you don't want to. We have our cover and we have our first page, and we're going to keep repeating this process. So if you're a little confused, I hope you'll stay with me, and we're going to do the other pages so that you can watch me do it multiple times, and hopefully it will help. We're going to just be repeating the process. And again, I'm using my grids to line everything up. And now we have 2 tabs here. So now we're going to do 3 again. So pick one up, add some glue, use your grid to help you line it up neatly, and you can just go to town. And it really does, I think, get easier as you go, because you have the page you did previously there to kind of remind you where you're putting them. I did 2, so now I do 3. We flip it over, and guess what? We just glued 3 pieces. So now we need to fold up the 2 pieces. If you pick the wrong one, you will not attach your page. So you do want to pay attention that you're picking the correct tabs to glue to the page. If we had picked the 3, we would have just glued the tabs to the same page, to itself. Okay, and we're going to repeat the process, and I always double check that I have my pages turned the way that I want them. And now I need 2 tabs. And I'm going to lay them in here. And with all the different patterns, depending on the ones I chose, like those are a little, I think, difficult to see. You know, you can make your tabs have a whole lot of contrast. You can do something that matches. You could do more of a neutral. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could do all these red. Like if you wanted to turn this into a Christmas journal, you could do red and green, you know, or whatever colors you like for Christmas. Pick up your page, lay it down on your journal. We did 2 tabs that time, so we're going to be folding over 3. 1, 2, 3. And I printed this. I know somebody will ask. I printed this on a 90-pound medium weight cardstock. I use Nina brand cardstock. You can find it on Amazon. So it's not a copy weight paper, but it's not super thick. If you use a really heavy, now we have to do 3 tabs. If you use a really heavy cardstock, that's not the best to make these tabs out of. I think I've made them with this before, and unless you intentionally, you know, try to tear them, they're sturdy and they work. But again, you can use ribbon, lace, fabric tape, all kinds of things you can do. Now, we're going to lay this page. Now, the back cover is a little different, so don't get ahead of me. Just wait for just one moment. These are the 2. Oops, I said 2, not 3. So these are the 2 we're gluing down. So on the back cover, you don't need any tabs. I'm going to show you. And I got carried away making mine, and I added tabs to the back cover. It's not a big deal if you do. I'll show you how to fix it, but you don't need any. So this is now our back cover. We just lay it down onto our journal, and these last 3 tabs are going to hold it in place. You don't need tabs. I was not paying attention when I was working, and I added the tabs to this one. So I just glued it over onto itself because I'd already glued these here. Didn't have another page they needed to attach to. So I just went. If you, I told you at the beginning, you need to do even numbers of pages, because if you don't, what'll happen if you go to put another page on here with the 2 tabs, you really need to end with the 3 tabs at the top, or it just, the back cover is not attached well. So that is my advice. You can try it yourself and see, and I think you'll agree with me. All right, so there you go. Like I said, it's not hard. Whoops. You want to make sure you don't have glue on your pages. But I think it has a wonderful effect at the end. You can see my tabs and my fun journal. Okay, so now I'm going to just show you some of the techniques I used in decorating and some of the things that I used. You can decorate yours any way you want. I've got some lace, I've got some eyelash yarn, all kinds of things. So the first thing is how I did my glitter, and this isn't anything I came up with. I've watched other crafters do this, but the thing you want for this is some 2-sided tape. I have kind of a name brand and more of an off brand, and I thought I had one that was even a little bit skinnier than this, but I don't see it. This is, I think, the 1/8 inch. The 1/8 inch. So we're going to use this to do our glitter. So I just went to each page, and just before I did any of the other decorating, I just decided where to put a stripe of glitter, and then decorated kind of around that as I went. So for the cover for this one, I am going to take my two-sided tape. It's 1/8 of an inch, and this one I'm going to do a vertical strip of glitter, and I'm trying to make it straight. Some of them I was more successful with than others in the other journal, but you just want to lay down your two-sided tape. Make sure it's burnished on there really good. Have a piece of paper that you want to use for your glitter. I'm just using a gold glitter that I have had forever in my stash. It's a really fine one, and I think that does work the best with the tape method. All right, so I'm going to just open up my glitter, and if you guys have ever done glitter with glue, it's the same process. And that was very generous of me, but I'm going to pour it back in a second. Just kind of tap it off. And then I take my finger and I just push it into that tape. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know. A little bit comes off on my fingers, but I like glitter, so it's okay. And I have not had any problem, you know, I mean, again, I'm sure if you took your fingernail and attempted to rub off the glitter, it would rub off. But look how pretty and how quick and easy that was. And some people have those glitter trays or those embossing powder trays. I don't, so I'm using the paper method. And again, we'll do one more just for fun. Now you can use this on the pages. You can put it like on your tags. I'm gonna go to this page just to be random. I assume later I will go back and finish this one, but all right, so now this one, just for fun, I'm gonna do a horizontal strip of glitter. Exact same process. I sometimes like seeing things twice, so that's why I figured we could do some of the repetitive things at least a couple of times. Oh goodness. Don't knock over your glitter like I did. I'm going to try to... you know what? I'm going to show you guys a trick that does help. I think I know where I have one. Get a dry paintbrush. Luckily, I'm in my craft room where I have all kinds of crazy supplies. The dry paintbrush is also good for if you want to make sure you've wiped any off of your paper. I'm going to have glitter on my craft mat for a long time. Look at that. Okay, I will play with that later. This is what happens when you're filming videos, and it's okay. All right, we are going to add glitter to this piece of tape that I laid down, and hopefully not spill any more. And then we'll put as much as we can back in our jar. Pushing it down with my finger. I'm gonna let that sit. Just kind of wipe it off with the page since I do have the cute paintbrush out now. And we're gonna pour back in. And hopefully, if you decided to get sparkly with me today, you don't spill your glitter. I will wish that for you. See if I can get any more of this back up onto this page. More than anything, I just kind of want it off of my mat. Y'all are probably screaming, Pam, this is how you get glitter off of your mat. All right, we're gonna close this before I make any more of a mess and set that aside. Okay, fun. And I'm gonna have glitter all over me for the rest of the day, and it's gonna be okay. Luckily, a project like this, it doesn't matter if there's little bits of glitter and on other pages and in other places. It'll just make it look nice and sparkly. Okay, so that was one of the techniques that I used in this journal. Now, I did decide, just because I decided to, I put a pocket on each of the left pages when they're open, and then I did glitter and some kind of decoration on the right, kind of assuming you'd also then be thinking about what is stuck or tucked in the pocket from the right. So in the monthly kit, there is a mini project in the main part of the kit, not like the extra like gold project. And I printed a few of those pages because there were these two. I love the shape of these pockets, so I printed those and cut them out. And then there was a stacked pocket, and I just trimmed each of those pockets. I believe these are 2 1/4 inches. Yeah, I just decided 2 1/4 inch height was good, and there were 3 of them, and I needed 5. So there we go. We've got 5 pockets for our journal. So I'm just going to go ahead and install these, and you guys probably know how to glue down a pocket, but they fit in my 4x4 journal so well. And I'm just going to do one on each page. I've already inked these. I like distress inking. I used walnut stain if you're interested, and didn't do a heavy inking. I just did a little bit. I'm gonna put that one here. And sometimes it's good to look at all of your page designs and decide which pocket you want on each one before you start gluing down like I did. But I'm winging it. We're just going for it. So I definitely know I don't want to have the plaid on the plaid. So the plaid's going on this page. That made that last decision easy for me, didn't it? So now our tiny little journal has 5 top load pockets, and because there's 6 pages, 6 side load pockets. So we've already got like 11 pockets on here. Isn't that cute? And honestly, decorating the pages and deciding what else you want to put on here is totally up to you. You can obviously put more pockets on the other pages. You could do tuck spots, belly bands, flip outs. I mean, the possibilities with this are endless, just like with any journal. I love the flexibility of doing pages like this and this kind of binding. And I've done chunkier ones and they work really well and they lay nice and flat if you want to collage and do those types of things. So I did cut out, again, some of the fussy cuts and the different things from the kit. I loved all the flowers. For some reason, I really liked this clock. I put it in this one. Yeah, on that page. But I definitely know I want to put the clock in. I think I'm going to go to the page that I already added some glitter to, and we'll just glue that down. So again, I just started playing with different elements from the kit to decorate mine. I think it turned out really well. I loved the page of quotes that are in the kit. And a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are like travel themed and explore. Here's love. But like ticket, serenity. I used on this one the gratitude, which it's November, and I do a lot of gratitude journaling and things in November. So that really suited me. And there's all these kind of words. So this is definitely my kind of paper kit. I love words. I love quotes, and all the fun little embellishments. So I'm just going to add those here on this pocket. So I'm just trying to give you an idea of how you can just grab whatever little pieces you have in ephemera and decorate your pockets. And then we're going to make a couple of the tags that I put inside all the pockets. I think here I'm going to, we had love, so I'm going to say beautiful life. Just cut that apart, and we'll add this over here with our clock. As I've gotten a little older and think about time a little more and how I spend my time. I think it's important to remember that life is beautiful and do what you can with the time you're given, right? There, that's Pam's little moment for today. So there's some fun tags in the kit. And we can add a ribbon or a bow or something to this in a minute. But sometimes I like to just start tucking pieces in that I might want to use on that pocket or that page or in that pocket. And I think it helps me as I keep going forward. Here's like the travel trunks. I love all the flowers. I cut out a lot of them. There's a whole fussy cut or a whole page of these flowers. So cute. All right, so we're gonna stick this one down, and then we're gonna do a few of the tags. And I made some of the larger tags out of some of the pieces from the kit that aren't really meant to be tags. This is the one I think I said, oh, I love that one that's tucked in here. So let me show you how I did that. I think this is supposed to be part of a folio in the kit. And what I did is I cut it out, and now I'm folding it in half. And then I'm going to use my ruler and just go from this point to this point, and I'm going to score it so I can fold these flaps in. I think that's how I did it. Just like that. And on the prototype, I just glued these down to give it a little more reinforcement on the edge, and I added a little tab to it, and it looks really cute. Let me just show you guys. This one will do a little different, but if you want it to look like this one, oh, and I mitered the corners, and then you can have journaling space here, and then on the inside, and then there's just a little pull tab. I think it's super cute, and again, the size ended up being perfect for this side load pocket. So cute. So let's look at this one. I'm trying to think about the size. I was thinking we could make it be almost like a little envelope. So let's do that. Let me show you. Oh, the corners were already mitered. I didn't do that. Okay, we're gonna glue these down. That was part of the design of the paper that you chose to use. Like I said, I love looking at all the different elements, and I love all the videos that Anna and Elena do showing us how to use the kits. But then I like going, what can I make with that that's different? It's one of the things I really enjoy. Okay, so we are going to glue this closed. Instead of leaving this one open for journaling space, I'm going to glue it closed at the top and the bottom. Again, leaving the side closed. That's kind of the theme for me with this kit, it appears. And now we don't have a lot of real estate, so whatever I decide to just tuck in here as a little surprise is going to have to not hang out the top too much. So what can we do? What can we do? Or it could fold over like this. Look at that. Okay. So it can live in there like this. I am going to add a little whale tab to this one. I'm just going to pick up one of these offcuts. I didn't really worry about what the pattern was. I love the little flowers. And if you don't have a whale tab punch tab, yeah, you can make a tab. Just cut like a rectangle. You can just have it be square on the edges. You could round the edges. You can miter them off. You can make a tab. You don't have to have the punch. Now, if I put this on here in the middle, it's going to cover up those cute little numbers. I'm going to do it anyway, even though it is causing me some distress. I kind of did not want to cover up the little numbers, but we're going to. And this would be cute. You know, you could just strip a glitter on here too. But Pam has put the glitter away for the remainder of the video. I did all kinds of glitter yesterday. I was making some Christmas ornaments and had all different colors of glitter out, all different kinds. I didn't spill my glitter once. Get on camera, spill the glitter. It's just how I roll. Okay, I'm going to put this one, I put it in the back cover of the other one too, because this is a pretty full, what I consider a full size tag. And it gives that back cover a little more stability too, because I didn't decorate the back cover. I did decorate the front cover, which gave it a little more thickness. So anyway, just something to think about when you're doing it. So now I think I need to put it in this way. So that little pull out will be at the top. I'm gonna turn it like this, and we're gonna tuck it back in here. All right, or you can just let some things live down in that little pocket we made loose, and you just open it up and look at it. All right, now I did quite a few different tags and little tabs and things with this fun eyelash ribbon. So I did every other page. Like this page has the fibers, this has a whale tab. This one has the fibers, a whale tab. And I just thought that was kind of a fun little way to have plenty of fluffy stuff and have a little pattern going. So let's make a tag or a tab or something to side load in here with some cute, fun little fibers. So a lot of these I just took, again, different elements and pieces from the main kit, and I'm folding them, making different to have a little more thickness where I'm going to punch the hole and add the fibers to. So I'm going to just glue this down, and I could add a neutral. I could have printed on the back and had like a neutral on the back. I could leave, I'm going to leave mine white. It doesn't bother me. You could add like some tea dyed paper or some coffee paper. We can also do this. We can add one of the definitions here. And then I'm envisioning this to be like some fun journaling space. Put it right here just to get the person thinking about exploring. And then on this side, I am going to pick out just one of the flowers to decorate it. And this is what I did. I just went through and had a super fun afternoon cutting the different elements out and then putting together the little tab style journal. And hopefully this will inspire you to do a similar type of project. I'm going to use my little slot punch. If you don't have a slot, that's okay. I just grabbed it because it's here. You could do just a regular hole punch, like a circle. It really, whatever will work. And now this ribbon or this fiber, it's a little fiddly because when you're trying to play with it, all of the little eyelashes sometimes get in your way, but it's all right. I'm cutting, I'm guessing this is like maybe, yeah, like 10 inches, probably more than I need, but I'd rather have a little more and have plenty of room to tie a little bow or whatever I want to do to make it nice and fluffy than not have enough. So I'm just going to loop it through like that. And then I'm going to take the two ends because I do not want this to come off. And with all this fluff, you don't really notice the different pieces. And then I'm also going to attempt to tie a bow. And when I say attempt, sometimes what happens is those little eyelashes get in your way, make it hard to pull it snug. But this one worked well. Doesn't that look cute? So this is going to go in that first page. Now again, when I make things to go in each page, this one will have some fluffy fibers. This one will have a tab, fibers. I'm going to go back and forth on each one. But let's really quick decorate the cover and then we'll call it a day. So again, I usually just start picking up different elements from the kit and deciding, you know, what do I want it to look like. I used the little, I'm going to make this one kind of be like a little mini travel journal, I think. So we'll do that, and I definitely want, look, travel right here. So I definitely want to use one of the definitions. This trunk is a little big, but maybe I can make it work. I was thinking a circle element would be nice. I don't know, the trunk may be too big. There's another one, but I think I already used it. Let me see what else I have cut out over here. I have all kinds of fun little doodads. This flower is pretty. And I've got lots of decorating still to do on the inside. Wonder, no. Nope, it's just not happening. Oh, and I do love these big numbers. I put 1 on that one. I think I'll put 2 on this one. They probably won't stay together in the world, but who knows? Maybe I'll have a 1 and a 2 little mini travel journal. La-di-da. How about... Okay, I'm going to just make a decision, and I'm going to start adding some glue here in just a moment. Do I want it to be more kind of industrial looking, or do I want flowers? I did a butterfly on the first one. I'm going to go industrial. Okay, glue. And again, play with it until you're happy with it. Sometimes I rush myself when I'm on camera. I probably would have sat here and moved it around multiple times if I had just been here crafting on my own. But I think it's going to look great. I do have, again, I've been doing a lot of Christmas crafts lately, and I do have these gold little baubles that I used on the cover of the other one. I'm thinking one right here in the middle will be cute. Let's see what it looks like if I can pick it up. Why not? To glue these down, I don't know if you really have to have this kind of glue, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. This is a B700. It's one like you use in jewelry making and things. And it stinks, but it will definitely stick that piece of metal to my paper. And I had it right here, so there we go. Well, that's kind of fun, isn't it? All right, still a lot to do, but I hope that gave you enough ideas of how to use some different elements in the kit to make some fun tags. There's also pages of tags. You can just go and use those, and they'll fit in, definitely fit in your pockets, you know, on the inside. If they're a little too tall, just trim off the bottom and make them the right height. I'm trying to get these up because I want to show you guys what we have. And if you don't have ones that are the size you want, you know, again, grab some of the different pieces and fold or trim, cut them so that they fit in there the way you like. I know after I get done with this video, I'm going to have fun going through and finishing some of my decorations for this one. So again, it's 6 pages, 4x4. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll think about how you can use some of your paper kits in different ways. So thank you guys. Thanks Anna and Elena for having me, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.